And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, fish, amoeba. We are back at it with a Legends of Runeterra video from your boy, the one and only, the fake Brazilian without a Brazilian flag. It's me, Mogwai, talking about myself in third persons like a douche. So here we are. I am a little bit rusty with this whole recording thing because even though it's only been a couple of days for you guys, it's been a week for me. Like I said a few days back, I'm not sure like exactly like which video I said it, but basically I've been out with my family for summer, just chilling and having party and, you know, chilling and having party, English. Karaoke and stuff, you know, and beaches. I don't really like beach, not the other thing. I'm actually not a beach guy though. I'm like the most pale guy in my family and I have like over 40 cousins. It's just not really my thing, but I had a great time nonetheless in the pool, because there's also a pool in the house next to the beach, and I'd rather be in the pool. I don't even know where I'm going on this tangent, but essentially, I had a good time. I saw, you know, uncles, cousins, mother, father, brother, sister, doggos. It really was great. Unfortunately, it seems to be the norm now. Whenever I actually travel outside, I get sick. Especially like when it comes to my throat, there's always some problem with it. We got COVID back in the April, May-ish because of the Fair of Seville. And now I had another viral infection in my pharyngitis. Faringe. That's how you say it in Spanish. I'm not really sure how you say it in English. I know it's a PH instead of an F, but I'm not really sure if you pronounce it pharynx. Pharynx? It's probably pharynx. I think it's pharynx, yeah. So, yeah, my pharynx got infected, and I didn't notice until I got back, right? Because I did a bulk recording session for a few days, actually. I recorded a lot of videos. Was really happy with the content. I hope you guys enjoyed it on the absence. Well, the absence. But, unfortunately, you know, I was planning on continuing the uploads as if nothing happened, but when I got back, I started feeling sick, and yeah, I couldn't really talk too much. I couldn't swallow, and you know, when you have issues with your throat and your job is to talk in front of a camera, you know, for however many minutes, then it is a little bit of an issue. So yeah, I'm like rambling at this point. Basically, I was sick. Now I feel a little bit better, and we are back at it. Hopefully, you guys are doing fine. August is treating you well, even though it's hot as fuck everywhere. You know, global warming and stuff. We're all gonna die anyways. So yeah, we are going to feature a deck today that I found to be quite interesting because since I took a break from the game for a week, I wanted to see, you know, what had changed with my return, and you know, how the metagame had evolved and flourished, and how, you know, forgotten resources piled up to the surface. That's probably not correctly phrased, but you know, I wanted to see what was new, and the answer was pretty much nothing. You know, we have Kaisa and a bazillion Bard decks running around, and a little bit of a sprinkle of Azir Irelia here and there, and that's essentially the meta for now. But there are some stuff happening here and there in the sidelines, some tier 2 decks rising, and there is some cool stuff to be seen. It's funny because the last video that I uploaded, which was the Monkey Pandemonium deck, I was actually really proud of it. And then as soon as I finished recording the next day, everybody's talking about Monkey Pandemonium. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but all of a sudden, like, there was a version of the deck with Bando City and Pokestick running around, and yeah, it was like a thing, and that was a little bit upset because I'm like, hey, I technically did this first, okay? It's just gonna be uploaded like 5 days from now, but god fucking damn it, dude, what, like, somebody hacked me, I swear to God. But yeah, that happened, and this also happened. I saw a lot of people talking about this deck on Twitter, and I found it to be really interesting because it reminds me of the good old OG mid-range deck in Legends of Runeterra. You know, a deck that doesn't overly commit to anything, just has a solid curve that is able to apply pressure against slower decks, but play the proper defensive, bring this game back sort of strategy against the more aggressive lineups as well. You know, a good old mid-range list with a full set of Vengeance and a one-off of Atrocity to help us close out games. And it is using Gwen with Sejuani. Now, initially, the synergies between these two aren't really very apparent. Like, there's not really that much going on. Normally, you're used to seeing Sejuani with Bilgewater or maybe the pure Overwhelm deck. But here with Gwen, it seems a little bit odd, right? But the reality is we have quite a few resources combining these two regions to actually ensure that we ping the Nexus quite easily, right? We have Doom Beast and Gwen. Gwen is technically a Doom Beast that triggers on attack, which is really neat. And then we have, of course, Tuskpeaker alongside Unspeakable Horror for extra pings with Overwhelm and Fear. The combination of Overwhelm and Fearsome keywords to allow us to push damage with our multiple 2-drops. And overall, also the Inner Beast that can give us the Ram stance, which allows us to also deal 1 damage to the Nexus too. So we have a deck that can curve out nicely, can apply pressure, can work for a Sejuani level up, as we also build up the Hallowed Bodies on the Grave with the Boisterous Host and the Phantom Butler, as then we set up Gwen and we try to finish off the game with either Sejuani, Gwen, or Atrocity, or a combination of the 3. There's many ways to reach that point, but what I like about this deck is that it's not super dependent on drawing 1 key card. Like, the entire deck just flows well, synergizes well because of the multiple pings. They actually do add up, and combining that with freezes, you know, Shadow Elves Freljord work really well because of that. We're able to shut down individual threats while also keep up with more faster strategies by pinging the low health units and draining them, sucking the life out of them, healing ourselves, and preserving our health nice and tidy. We have quite a bit of healing. We have, you know, good pressure, good stats, good keywords, and ultimately a lot of power once our Hallowed builds up. And that is what this deck is all about. There's not, like I said, there's no synergy within this deck that's just like really like mind-blowing. But it just happens to work well. The deck is cohesive and it put in the work. It felt really neat when I played it for today's video, and hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay. A few of you have probably seen this deck already, but I really wanted to try this out as you know, a nice solid list to showcase on my return. And we can move on to some more janky stuff tomorrow onwards. Let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see from the new expansion that I have not showcased yet, like any card that I've forgotten to build around, anything, any ideas. I would appreciate them. Let me know in the comment section down below. And I'm going to stop rambling because I've been doing that for like 7 minutes and I'm recovering from pharyngitis, so probably not the best thing to be doing right now. But yeah, I appreciate you guys with the support and the kind words and all that good stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Hope you enjoy the games. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we are back. May have been like a couple of days for you guys, but it's been a week for me actually. Hopefully I'm not too rusty. You know, things seem to be the same as they were as I left them. Just Bard and Kaisa everywhere, with a little bit of a sprinkle of a ZR really, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and drop, we're attacking on uneven, on first. I never really want to mulligan away Gwen, but I am gonna mulligan away everything else, including the 2-drops, because this deck actually has a really strong 2-drop density. So I'm not concerned, but I would like to find my Boisterous Host. We can find a 1-drop, but our opponent can find the Chime out of 3 cards in their deck. You know, fantastic. Love it. Probably gonna have to drop the
Another guest. Wonderful.
I'm gonna take this hit because we're likely to open attack next round.
The party never ends, nor its spillages.
Just for a second, I don't know, had like Twisted Fate PTSD and just like thought that he was a 3-drop and he was in this deck. And I freaked out for like a millisecond. Alright, let's serve. Let's serve some pain. I got the wrong Guardian, by the way, I just realized. It should be the Gwen. What am I doing? I'm gonna blame that on Rust.
Stand and be tested.
Gotta love a 2/7 Alawi that got a chime on the first turn. Just fantastic. I think we just venges that thing, to be honest. I think we do not mess around and we just venges. Playing Gwen here is honestly really asking for a tentacle smash. I just want to open swing with these two again. Like these two are just really annoying. They're doing a lot of damage. They're progressing my Sejuani's level up, even though it is a bit slow.
Truth better? Truth is no betting.
There is so much to see. Where do I start?
At the beginning, madam.
Alright, so they're building that up. Phenomenal. They're gonna spawn even more. I can trigger the inner beast, and then I can drop that, and I can flash freeze. That seems like the way to go.
What can stand against their strength?
I mean, obviously, freezing here.
I heard the war song in the waves.
Freezing is what helps. I feel like I just need to keep my fearsomes alive. I think maybe... No, I mean, Gwen also translates into more damage.
A chance to live. Not sure.
It's quite a bit of damage. But what happens if we don't do anything? They literally only have one fearsome blocker onto 2. That's 3 damage, that's 3/5. That allows us to lethal them. My question is, do I need this overwhelm for anything? I don't think I do. I think we're just racing them here. And I think they have a really hard time not taking 5 damage.
All dolled up and nowhere to go.
The sea's protection.
Yeah, I think this is the way to go. They have 3 cards. 3 cards and a chime. 2 chimes. It's bar things. Yeah, we just kind of like swing with everything. They need to block into the fearsome with one of these, and then the other fearsome gets, allows us to bypass them. Nothing can buff these at burst speed with Bilgewater. It's always only the tentacle, which is why I think this is... Like, unless I'm missing something here, I think this is the way. They cannot block the Butler, and them taking 5 damage is everything here, because we have the ram into the Unspeakable Horror. Yeah. That's fantastic.
This is it. Land or drown.
Even if they do kill my unit, the fact that I drew into a 1-drop is actually perfect for this. I should actually lead off with this, because there's no way that I'm... Oh my goodness. Okay, I was not expecting that. Well, Vile Feast, absolute savior here. Make it rain? I mean, does Make It Rain fizzle this? I'm not even sure anymore. It used to. I'm not sure if that's the case. You know, Runeterra can be a bit ambiguous with cards doing things, but we did it. Very epic, nice play. Well, that worked out. I did not think about that rally card. I can see it being a thing. It definitely fits in the deck. Cool story, bro. But you're dead. Got him! The whitey light, what the fuck? We are so now. Alright, we go round 2. More Bard. Legends of Bard. And this time we do have a 1-drop, but we don't attack on turn 1, which is a little bit annoying. Three Sisters could be really good here, but not amazing against the purely Ionia version, I think. Right now I'm just going to keep my 1-2 Hallowed Curve. I think that's the way to go. This time we work for that condition. Yeah, I'd rather have Flash Freeze than Three Sisters.
I am one with the land.
A brief engagement, but a joyous one.
No trade? Really? Wow.
Please, make yourself right at home.
I love the passive aggressiveness. Yeah, this 2-drop matches up well against the deck, I think.
It's young.
And this is 5 damage. Yeah, the fact that they're not willing to engage with this is great for us initially. We're gonna see what they try to do to actually get value out of this Green Glade Caretaker when they have so many blockers early on. I mean, what are the answer? Barriers, right? Barriers, am I right? Or that. Or that. Let's keep our options open. We know they want to attack. I could freeze this to kill it, but spending 3 mana on a 1-drop. Oh, it got the Chime, and then it got the Esmus. Okay. Well, let's straight into you.
We shall sing dance and forget our woes.
We lose the Flash Freeze on attack here, but I think that's fine. I mean, Shen is bound to happen here. Shen is bound to happen.
Very good. Allow me.
So I'm actually gonna attack with these two because Shen is a very good counter into Gwen here with the barrier.
Nature blesses her followers.
Okay, moral support. I could Vengeance a 1-drop. That's pretty funny. Not funny enough though. We keep empowering the Hallowed. I think we just play our Gwen on curve.
What is all this?
The Midnight Rebel, and so we begin.
Where'd she go?
Another chimed Young Witch. Gotta love Bard. Alright, let's see.
Choppity!
Elusives the movie. Let's
bit
take
underdressed.
images.
There she is, our guest of honor.
I've never been the guest of honor anywhere before. Stand, breathe, see.
I heard the war song in the waves.
Yeah, I could have blocked with Inner Beast into you, but I mean, that's fine, right? What's the atrocity?
Strong as waves.
My life for these lands. Do you like magic?
Alright, show me the barrier. Oh. Okay. Alright. We have lethal, but we're facing a region that can just deny this for 4 mana. So there's Bard. I could try. They could have a homecoming with some of these. There's a lot of shit that can go down here. What if I just
What a magical place. Time moves so quickly here.
I'm gonna try. This plays into the 1-mana Tailstones though. Like not ideal. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have actually done the potion. The potion would have been the play to make here. The potion would have been all good. I went with the flash freeze so I can set up these 2 units now. It's mono Ionia, right? So they can balance our shit and stuff, but I'm just gonna do this, you know, just spread out as much as I can, and before they can develop something else, like going for this, yeah, it doesn't make sense. We have to attack with these 2. Get the Hallowed boost and have both threaten lethal with Overwhelm. Even their thickest blocker can deal with the Gwen. It's 3 damage there, and we got him! Nice! Nice! Back-to-back Bard Slays. I'll take it.
Every moment of this has been a joy.
Let's change the Guardian, by the way. Okay, we got the Seamstress doll. You know, I generally go with a theme. Like, I went Shadow Owls with the board. At least I associate the Halloween board with Shadow Owls. And then I wanted to go with a couple of Freljord, you know, perks here to, you know, let people know we're playing Freljord, right? But I mean, I can't play Gwen when the champion literally has a Guardian. Like, that's just unacceptable. So we fixed it. All right, round 3. Not a Bard deck. I repeat, not a Bard deck. Do not picnic. It's happening. Let's keep the Phantom Butler. Matches up really well against the deck, you know, until the Thralls come, and then things get a little bit complicated. We're gonna mulligan away everything else. We got the Butler. The Speaker's also not bad, actually. But we want to lead off with the Butler because Harbinger of Thralls is a possibility, and the Fearsome.
Another guest. Wonderful.
Fearsome really comes into play.
Allow me.
So that could either be probably a top deck Frozen Thrall, but some elite Thrall players like to play Frozen. No, actually that changed with the Promising Future nerf.
Ages past.
I think they just top decked it. They actually just top decked. All right.
I bring music and war.
Sejuani could be a win condition here, for sure. If I play you, then the avalanche is going to be absolutely brutal. But then again,
Party never ends.
if that happens, I get to play Ruthless Raider, and I get the boost from these 2, so it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna play into the avalanche. Yep. Because now it weakens Lysandra as a blocker.
The winter's claw strikes.
And empowers my Ruthless Raider. And now I know for a fact that they have nothing that can stop this with just 2 mana. It sucks that they have a Harbinger though.
The winter's claw.
But I gotta push for that damage. because I gotta work for the level up. As I really would love to draw into a unit here, though. Gwen would be ideal. You're not bad either. We're still not at the Sejuani level up, but yeah, a bit of a weak turn for us here. We have mana advantage, but no real way to capitalize. It's a bit of a reactive hand. That avalanche hit us hard no matter what, but we had to threaten some damage there. Our attack wasn't really that great, and just dealing that little bit of damage and letting them have all that mana to work with would have not been good for us. I stand by that line of play, but it would be nice to have an extra unit instead of these freezes. But maybe they come into play later, though we're trying to work for a Sejuani level up here to try to just halt the throws every time. Needless to say, our Sejuani is going to be played next turn 100% to deal with this Lysandra. Man, I just wish I had another unit, or at least a thicker one. Because in this matchup, you just, like, the tough doesn't really matter, because you still die to Avalanche, you still die to Ravine.
Fight or die.
I mean, now I could bait them into an attack. And I could get Pierrick. Okay. I thought we lost Pierrick there for a moment. I think I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for this freeze. I'm gonna start working to clear this board, but preserving mine in the process. And now we're gonna play Sejuani. Alright, well.
Bow to no one.
Because if they somehow have an answer for Sejuani, then I still have a unit on the board. I want to drag you like this. So that I get to preserve both bodies. Alright.
I follow the Freljord's true leader.
Alright. It would be nice to, okay, that's a good draw. This can be used aggressively. Not worried about dying just yet. I'm gonna use my health as a resource.
Please, make yourself right at home.
Because I know Ravine is their only way of doing direct damage, so as long as I stay ahead of that.
I was forged by winter.
Yeah, this is a 4/5. Well, technically a 5/5, right? It has Fearsome. Which means that if I find a way to ping the Nexus again, then I can actually remove all these blockers. I don't know how we're pushing this damage though. It's not looking too great.
Stand and fight.
Kill. Die.
Yeah, the combination of the freezes in that do us dirty, don't they? Ah, yikes! Yikes, yikes. This seems to be a pretty rough matchup, actually. Because our late game revolves around our very high-end power, but the fact that this deck can also frostbite us is a bit of a problem. I don't think I could have played this differently. I wanted to Vengeance this to actually deal damage, even though Atrocity, just setting up the Atrocity, but even that can just get countered by either a Rite of Negation or a Frostbite. Sejuani, could you just let me talk? Thank you. So I'm gonna do this. just to preserve my Sejuani. Because there's still a chance. I can still top deck an unspeakable horror that can allow me to ping face. Never mind. Well, I think we're locked down. I think we're locked down. It's important to know when there's no chance, because like no matter what we draw here, I don't think there's an out. I do not believe there's an out, especially when we're that low. Oh, not quite. I mean, if we had like, you know, infinite mana, then maybe we could double Fury of the North. No, you know what's hilarious? That doesn't even kill because of the tough. Okay. Alright, that was brutal. What are you gonna do?
They left me alive. That was a mistake.
Alright, I actually forgot this deck existed. I forgot the Winding Light is a card, like a real card that Targan. Am I the only one who thinks that it's strange that Targan got a card like the Winding Light? Doesn't it go like in a bit of like a different direction than what the region is supposed to be doing? Or is it just me? It just feels like the card is a bit out of place. And I mean, aside from the fact that it's really strong, right? It just feels like a bizarre card to add to Targan. Okay. Well, there's like a billion things that can stop the Phantom Butler here. You know, like not only Mystic Shot, Thermogenic Beam, which wouldn't be that great to be honest, but also like just Boom Baboon. How important is it for us to have Sejuani leveled up? Pretty important, right? Do we see ourselves racing them? But Ruthless Raider does. Nah, I'm gonna go Butler because if they go Baboon, I don't want to dive my Ruthless Raider into the Baboon. Like, I want to level up Sejuani, yes, but at the same time, like, I don't want to sacrifice my early game because of that. Okay, that means Mystic Shot is happening anyways. Or, wow. Sometimes just things don't happen. They just don't. Because having Vile Feast, it feels awful to just die. Whoa. Okay, well that's great. That is fantastic. Men die. Tough speaker. Promoter of feminism. Alright, here we go. Ophelia's.
The brighter my light, the stronger your shadow.
Okay, will he actually swing with this just to get 3 damage in? Nah. I mean, it's safe to assume that he got Calibrum.
This is a chance for me to leave my mark.
But there's no way I'm not playing Gwen. Ah, they go for Crescendum. That's a standard play. And it's a bit too, like, you gotta read the room, Rabe. I'm gonna call him Rabe. Rabe, you gotta read the room. Like, you know what I want to do. You know I want to play Gwen on curve here. You should have taken that. You should taken that Calibrum. You know, you take the Calibrum, you get rid of my unit, and then, oh, actually, you can't do that. You can't get the Crescendum, but then you get like Gravitum, which is gonna be good anyways. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Don't agree with that line of play. Let's go with this swing. Remember, like the first Gwen video that I uploaded, I was attacking with Gwen on the left every time. Probably gave a viewer a stroke or something. Like, Jesus Christ. Alright, we gave him a gem though. It's never great. But they take a lot of damage. That's what I'm talking about. I want to Vile Feast this thing. This is really good value. Really good value. I mean, right now we're doing great. Like, they need a... The good thing about the Winding Light is that they need a board. Now they do have the Graviton.
Stands for vicious.
That's great.
This land is ours.
Justice for trouble coming at ya.
No. No. Just 2 damage because of the tough. Boom. Ooh, we got Sejuani. Come on now. That's a Calibrum. I want to get rid of Aphelios though.
Feel no fear, no mercy. Words to die by.
We're gonna go Sejuani. Yeah, we pass over initiative, but they don't have a Gravitum. They have a Calibrum. Again, they did Aphelios wrong. Rabe played Aphelios wrong. He should have cleared my board first, had the stun, and he would have been able to stabilize much easier. But no, he really wanted that unit. They got 6 mana. They're gonna Calibrum now. Remove that. It's fine.
Move short to moon, brother.
And now,
And fight.
what if I attack with you? I mean, what's my... No, just only 1, right? Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's swing with you. Here and there. The Scissory ping will level up Gwen. And then she'll strike for 5. Getting rid of Aphelios is more important, though. They need to play something here, otherwise they don't get the moon weapon. Which means missing out on either Severum or Gravitum, which is a big deal. Both are pretty good here. We have Vengeance though, thank God, because we can, if they try to go Severum, we can just deny that. But this, you know, like Severum on Tavai can be legit.
Ever hear about the bad man who tried to catch the doll? He missed.
Stupid bad man. What the? Okay, that's a bit weird. All right. I guess they really wanted that. Yeah, there's the. Okay.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
Do not squander that, Gwen, and finish them. They get the Severum. They go greedy. They go greedy, and we got just the counter.
Death or the blade.
I don't know, maybe that, or maybe they just go whine. Maybe they're just like, I want to OTK this dude. Whiny light. And I don't even know, like, with a Vi on the board, that's actually like, that can't be that far off. Oh wow, they're going for it. Yeah, they top decked it. No Severum play. Okay. All right. Well, we need to Vengeance, so yeah. Need to vengeance.
Eat this.
Interesting.
Leave no survivors.
I mean, we don't want to die to get excited. I mean, we have a lot of pings here, but they are PNZ. Maybe we should play it safe. Would allow us to keep our Sejuani, you know, healthy.
Prove your worth.
All dolled up and nowhere to go.
Leave no survivors. Wield your fury. Only the strong survive. Coming to save the day.
Oh, wreck it. Honestly, maybe this was a mistake. We'll see.
Stand and fight.
Because we are vulnerable to, like, double Get Excited. But they've already played one. Haven't they played 2 Get Exciteds? There's 1. There's 2. Yeah, never mind. We're safe. Well, I mean, they could have double Mystic Shot and Get Excited. The whole point is we have Vile Feast to counter Mystic Shot into Get Excited.
No recourse.
So we are, like, I think this is the right play to go with. It's just safer because it just allows us to go in immediately. It's less clunky. Just an open, a good old open attack lethal. Like, what more do you want? Just Gwen's scissoring on 12 is enough to lethal alone. Like, we're hitting lethal at different angles here. We got Inner Beast here that allows us to also not only give us a little bit of a boost, but push 1 extra damage forward in case that were necessary. They do have the last get excited, and they still die. Alright, GG. Nice.
Every moment of this has been a joy.
Yep. All right, aggro. Are they confused about what I'm not sure I understand that emote. Okay, we're gonna drop the flash freeze. We're gonna drop the I wanna keep the Doom Beast. Let's keep the Doom Beast and the Phantom Butler, because we want to play Phantom Butler on 2. Be nice to find the 1-drop here. Maybe I could mulligan a little bit more for it, but it doesn't match up into that anyways, so... We got quite a bit of healing in this deck, so we can definitely try to keep up their pace.
Please, make yourself right at home. I live to serve.
They let that connect because they're honestly a little bit greedy. Okay, so what we're gonna do... what are we gonna do? It's gonna stun this. They're gonna try to go for an all-out attack. We need to Vile Feast into Tusk Speaker. What do we Vile Feast though? I guess Annie.
I bring music and war.
You won't get past me.
Against my tusks. My tongue ends.
There is so much to see. Where do I start?
At the beginning, madam.
I want to play a game of hide and burn! Nothing to fear.
Allow me.
We clear up the board a little bit.
There she is, our guest of honor.
I've never been a guest of honor anywhere before. Are you babysitters?
Take your coat.
You're wearing that. A bit underdressed.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Problem is that that's a Noxian Fervor. That's one of my biggest fears here. Noxian Fervor would definitely
What a magical place. Time moves so quickly here.
my Hallow's only gonna be a 2. I have to just take that into account.
Time to go.
The reality is I have to I can't play around that. Because I have to end this turn. I have to end this game next turn, ideally on an open attack. And if that's the case, do I have to set up the overwhelm unit? I'm getting +5, +2. Sorry, +2. Okay, so 2, 7, 5.
A warrior needs a drum beat.
Okay. Okay.
Time to dance.
My name's Annie.
The way.
One stitch at a time. We'll make something totally new.
Because only if they have Noxic Fervor, they would have used it then. They have 2 cards that we don't know of. They play Jin. Okay, and because they play Jin, my question is, for 5 mana, what do they have that stops this? We gotta think this for a second. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not rusty. Okay, so this aggro deck, Noxian Fervor, Decimate. Some variants can run Disintegrate, but with Annie on board, that would be a very specific 2 cards in hand. Yeah, we're going for it. We're going for it! Got him! That was looking nasty, but we got out of there.